I'm a huge fan of Aristotle and Plato. I think they solved humans. If you want to know how humans actually work, don't pay attention to any of the modern theories, read Aristotle and Plato. They solved like 99% of it. And Aristotle had three rules for public speaking: ethos, which is credibility; pathos, which is the emotional hook to a story; and then logos, which is the logic of the story. If you nail those three things in any audience or communication forum, people will follow you. And so let's talk about credibility for a moment, because there's a non-obvious component to it. Part of credibility is your resume. And so, look, Army Ranger, Harvard Business School, decorated in combat, I've got that part of it. The other part of credibility that people don't talk about as much is the part that I like practiced even when I was not a leader with Colonel Huggins, which is vulnerability. And if you want people to listen to you, this is what a lot of brands get wrong, that brands will only talk about positive things that they do, and people are skeptical. And so all that positive messaging just deflects off because people are like, I don't know if that's real, or that's just like marketing, spin or BS or whatever. Warren Buffett, when he does his investor letter, the first page of what he writes about is all the things that he messed up. He writes about all the things he messed up. He kind of does what I did with Colonel Hyde. And then he's like, this is what we learned, this is what we're going to do better. When you start conversations like that, it breeds deep trust and credibility. Because once folks are like, oh, Blake doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's like, because they all know, it's maybe not going, and the engineers are looking at the data too. And so are, the sales folks are having a tough time, and the marketers. And when I come in as a leader and go, hey, you probably all felt this in different ways, but what we were doing, it was just wrong. This is not the actual need in the market. And here's why. And if you want to blame anybody, you could blame me, but really a startup is about using the scientific method. I view it as a legal form of insider trading, where you're running experiments to learn things about the market that nobody else knows.